that one bullshit PlayStation trophy, The Last Guardian. Hello and welcome back to the third and final part of my Last Guardian special for that one bullshit PlayStation trophy. So this game actually has 3 trophies that should rot in trophy hell, and I've already talked about 2 of them, and that just leaves me with the final one, the Lightning Emissary trophy. Requires you to reach the end of the game in 5 hours or less.
What? What the fuck?
So, on average playthrough, you can probably finish this in around 10 to 15 hours. So it's not a very long game in and of itself. But to speedrun it within 5 hours, that's where it becomes kind of bullshit. You see, because by very nature of the game's design, it is a slow-paced game, and TRICO, your AI beast companion, is designed to sort of be animal-like, so he doesn't always obey your commands. He's almost like a youngster in that he's seeing things for the first time, I feel, so he naturally wants to explore and take a look around and do things at his own pace. So when you're trying to sort of barrel steamroll through it, it's kind of at odds with TRICO himself. So that's a natural point of the game, and that's what it should be like, because that's good. It's in his character to be a bit slower. You know, at the start he's a bit more unwieldy and it's harder to control him, so he naturally takes a bit of time and he's curious of his environment. Whereas when you want to do this trophy and you just want to steamroll through and just run through it as fast as possible,
why are you back out?
You're kind of at odds with the actual game's design in the first place. So that's one of the reasons why I don't think this trophy actually fits within the design of the game, just like it didn't really fit with Ico as well, which I didn't think needed a speedrun trophy like this, because in this game you're fighting TRICO, who's slower than you, and also, as well as TRICO, there's also the game's clunky and flaky controls and the awkward physics that will also get in your way when you're trying to do things quickly, as the boy won't always grab on the ledges, or maybe he'll pick up the barrel but then TRICO will just knock it away and he won't eat it right, or when you're climbing up TRICO himself, you'll just cling to him like you fucking glue, and that'll cause you a load of frustrations. And then you'll jump and try and reach a platform, but the boy won't grab onto the ledge, forcing you to do a checkpoint restart, which then eats into your time because the timer isn't reset, and it all just slowly starts to build up a load of frustrations with the game. So when you're playing through this game and doing this speedrun trophy, you start to see a lot of its flaws, which is kind of unfortunate. Those times when TRICO doesn't quite eat the barrel, maybe he misses it or he knocks it out of your hands. What would used to be like a little nice character trait of him and not really annoy you when you just play it naturally, start to really frustrate you, and at points TRICO will start to really piss you off because he's just getting really frustrating when things don't go as smoothly as you'd hoped, and you start to lose your time. Now, thankfully, you can avoid some of TRICO's more quirkier animations by doing checkpoint restarts. So this one in the pool, I managed to skip a load of his floating in the water swimming animations by pausing it as soon as he gets in there to make him jump to this point where he's ready to jump up to the next area. So there are a few areas like that you can use that sort of exploit to help you out. But a lot of the times, you do have to just wait on him to eventually figure out what you want him to do and where you want him to go. And that just makes it more frustrating than it needed to be. Because the 5-hour mark isn't too much of a hard time to reach.
Yeah.
It's quite generous in that respect. But you will just lose so much time because of TRICO and waiting for him to move into place to trigger the jump animation for that wall you've been pointing at to tell him to jump up to for the past 10 seconds. So it does get quite frustrating at that point. Enemy encounters as well can also be quite hit and miss. Sometimes you'll take them out really quickly, and then other times you'll just do this weird jumping up and down thing and like shimmying to the side and never actually attacking them, and that just adds and adds to the frustration of this game. Thankfully, you don't have to do all the barrels, so you only need to get a certain few at certain points in the game, so that saves you a bit of time. But it's just a really annoying trophy that I don't think this game needed. it's not the sort of game that you want to speedrun, because it just doesn't lend itself to that sort of mentality, in my opinion. And, you know, what starts out as little quirks with TRICO really begin to frustrate you as you go through this and you get close to the end, and you know, you don't know how much time you've got left. And when he doesn't do things like smashing the barricade here, even though I'm pointing at it with the mirror correctly, you really start to hate TRICO. And for me, that's a sad thing, because I absolutely love this game, but my final few moments with it when I got the platinum were reminders of these 3 trophies, and this speedrun in particular just really brought my piss to a boil, because it was so frustrating when TRICO would just blankly stare at me, or stare at the thing I wanted him to do, interact with, or jump up to. And it just really made me hate the game, and a trophy shouldn't do that. A trophy should be a challenging and sort of fun experience, but this one was just frustrating because of the game design and how it just doesn't lend itself to this sort of high intensity speedrun. And sure enough, I only took 1 run to get this, but it was such a frustrating run. I definitely had to do a lot of checkpoint restarts and a lot of saving my save file to a USB, so I had a backup. And it was just frustrating. I just didn't enjoy it because of the clunkiness of the game design, and the awkward controls, the camera angles, and just TRICO in general. And for me, that was a big sticking point, because when you're playing the game, you should enjoy the bond that you and the boy get with TRICO, whereas in this speedrun, you don't. That bond gets broken, and I think that's quite sacred in this game. It's quite a nice thing to have, but when he's not doing things you want him to do, or he's throwing you off the fucking edge and killing you, it just winds you up so much. And it's just not a fun trophy to go for, and that is why the speedrun trophy gets a bullshit trophy rating of
bullshit, 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 bullshit. You said it's all bullshit. Oh shit, shit, shit.
Yeah, so this one just gets the 10 and not an extreme 1, because the fact that the 5-hour mark is kind of generous. It's just the frustrations with TRICO, the awkward controls and camera and animations that you have to fight against just make this a really frustrating experience, and it just wasn't a game that should have had a speedrun trophy, in my opinion. But anyway, that's it for the Last Guardian special of Lap 1 Bullshit Trophy. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Cheers. Bye.